Good morning. It's South Florida's First News on News Radio 610 WIOD. I'm Andrew Colton. Republicans are going to try again tonight to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Jonas is a political analyst, a commentator, joining us live with some perspective this morning. So, Jonas, as I'd said to somebody else earlier, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Seems to be what's going on here, right?
Right, exactly. And Republicans are very optimistic that they're going to have the votes this time to pass this impeachment resolution. With Scalise back, and if all lawmakers are present and vote the same way they intended to last week, it looks like it's going to be falling around 216 to 215. So razor-thin margins, but more likely than not, this is going to pass.
You know, you watch this sort of thing very closely. I appreciate a lot of people do, but what's the possibility, what's the percentage chance, if you can even go in that direction, of this doesn't go the way Republicans think it's going to go? Somebody else defects, because as you point out, it is such a razor-thin margin. It seems that anything could happen.
You're right. I do think anything can happen, and that's why it's, I think, very hard to pinpoint an exact percentage. And look, I think that Republicans thought that they were going to pass it on February 6th initially, but they themselves could not predict who was going to defect and vote with Democrats. So I do think that it's probably over 50% chance that this passes, but then again, anything can happen. Anybody can not show up, or anybody can decide to flip their vote at the last minute.
So take us through the next process. So let's say hypothetically this goes through. Let's say he is impeached. It moves on to the Senate. Any chance at all that it makes it any further than, going down the hallway to the Senate and that's that, or what do you think?
There's pretty much no chance. The Senate is controlled by Democrats, and I think they'll have the impeachment trial, but there's no chance that it will get anywhere near the 2/3 majority required to convict. And even in a world in which they did, Biden is still the president, and he would still nominate someone who is similarly incompetent, right? Biden is ultimately the one that we should be looking to. Biden and Congress are the people that we should be looking to fix this issue, not by impeaching someone whose job is just to execute whatever Biden tells them.
All right, Jonas, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon. Political analyst and commentator Jonas joining us live this morning. WIOD News Time 824.